Hi, crafty friend. It's Justine Dvorak from Stationery by Justine, where when I craft, my world stands still. Today, I'm going to make this fun alien pie coffee card. What? Yes, this can only be a craft roulette card, of course. This is my 21st card from Craft Roulette and my 21st video for Craft Roulette. Every time I've made a card for the Craft Roulette challenge, I have made a video, and I don't really see myself stopping, so I hope you're joining me each week for my take on the parameters. And if you have zero idea what I'm talking about, Craft Roulette is a card making game show, and it's hosted every Friday night on the Craft Roulette YouTube channel. I will post a link of the episode that I was on. Whoops, we're going to flip that right over because I want brown coffee beans, not black ones. So I'm just going to restamp this really quick. But basically, they spin for 4 parameters: project, color, element, and random. So this last week was with Irene Smith. She is one of my fun, crafty friends, and Mary Gunn Fun, also a fun, crafty friend. And the wheel was spun. For project, the project needed to end up being 4 by 6 inches. So that is the dimensions of my card that will be my finished project. And colors were coffee aisle. So I really leaned into the coffee aisle colors for my card. And I'm going to pull out this cute stamp set that I got from Trinity Stamps. It's called Espresso-terrestrial. It's early. And it has a very cute little alien in a coffee and a coffee ship. And it has all these little beans that you can stamp. And it has fun sentiments. There's actually a teeny tiny stamp that I stamped right on the ship itself that says Espresso-terrestrial Coffee Co., which I think is hilarious. And then there's also 3 other sentiments. It's bean a blast, bean me up, hilarious, and brewed for adventure. Trinity has the best puns. I'm just going to put it on record. Okay, now that was the project, the colors, and then element was from a tree. And what is from a tree about coffee and aliens? Well, I'm going to add in a pecan pie because pecans or pecans, however you want to say it, they are from pecan trees. Oh, my true crime mind is going to a case about pecan trees. Anyway, I digress. Pecan pie was one of my grandma's favorite pies. So I was thinking about her this whole time when I was making this card. And well, she loved dessert, let's be real. But pecan pie was one that she really liked. And it's full of sugar, which is not surprising. But this little pie could be an apple pie, and apples come from trees. I'm going to color it like pecans, so we'll just go with that. By the way, I say pecan and pecan. I don't know. I feel like in Minnesota we say pecan, but pecan just sounds right. So to my head anyway. So I grabbed that little pie stamp from Happy Day stamp set. I had to read that a couple times. Yes. And if you love puns like Irene and Mary and I, you're going to like this stamp set. It has tons of puns. You can kind of see it on the left there. But what I'm going to do is take my high-tech ruler and extend the line of my beam of coffee bean and pie. Whoever thought I would say that in a sentence? I'm going to extend my beam of pie and coffee beans, but I am, because the random element was outside the line. So my beam of beans and pie is outside the line of my stamp set. I'm going to extend the line a little bit, and I will be coloring outside the lines in a little bit. But I just wanted to remind myself to draw the line, but I ended up fussy cutting, and just using a Copic marker on the edge. So I didn't really need that little skinny marker. But I'm always hesitant to use those because they are water-based. And then when I have alcohol markers, sometimes they don't play well. I don't know. I've had issues with it, but it's probably because that marker pen that you just saw on screen is 101 years old. Okay, we're going to pull out the stamp wheel because anytime I stencil, I need something to hold it down. The magnets just don't work for me. So there's that. I've gone ahead and cut this panel down to be just a 1/4 inch shy of 4 by 6. So that would be 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. And I'm using this 6 by 6 stencil, which is also from Trinity. It's called Layer Coffee Bean. It's a 2-layer stencil and it's super cute. I'm going to go ahead and use 2 different kinds of brushes just to show you some fun differences. I really only need to add ink to the outside edges, and I kind of realized that in a minute here. So I'm not really going to focus on the center of the stencil because my project is going over it. But you see me using a little brush, and this is a blending buddy. No, I'm so sorry. This is a shading sidekick. These are the skinnier, smaller brushes, and they are really good for adding shading. So you'll see some of the beans are lighter, some of them are darker. I wanted this lighter color on the beans to be a little bit light and soft just to catch some of the light. And then I'm going to go in with a blending buddy, which is the bigger blending brush from Trinity, and go in with my darker color and just really get that color down. So you'll see some beans are lighter, some are dark. It's all good. And I did just use Vintage Photo, if that matters to you, to know the name. All right, then I'm going to use Walnut Stain as my next color. I do also have Ground Espresso, but it looked a little bit blackish. So I don't know. I thought that that would be kind of cute to use Ground Espresso as the color, but I ended up not using it. So we're all good. This one worked very well. But by the way, walnut, I'm pretty sure walnuts come from trees. Oh man, why did I just say that out loud? I'm probably wrong. Walnut bush, walnut tree. I have to figure it out. Hang on. Okay. According to Google, a walnut is always a tree, not a bush, end quote. So those are also from trees. Haha. We're hitting all the parameters. The best part about these Craft Roulette cards is you can really make these whatever you want. And I would never, ever have made this card without these parameters because my brain, I do have a creative brain. I'm not just saying that to be like, ooh, but I do. But I don't think I would have gotten to this project with just my own brain. So I need fun parameters like this to really stretch the elements of design and use my stash however many ways that it's possible. So I'm really enjoying this, and I just am thankful for Craft Roulette. So I hope that you can join in on the fun next week. It's on Friday nights, like I said, and it's just really fun. If you can post a picture to Facebook, you can upload it to their website, and you can be free and you don't have to pay anything, or you could be a member. It's a whole thing. So if you have questions, just message me or ask in the comments and I can help you out. But it's really fun. All right, I got really close and zoomed up for the Copic coloring of everything, just in case you wanted to recreate the pecan pie or the cup or the alien. I kept it really simple with the alien and the glass part of his ship, her, whatever. The alien's ship, and just made the alien green and gave him gave the alien a little glass orb to be living in. And now I'm really going outside the lines, hitting the random parameter with these blue-green colors. Sorry, I forgot to show the cap before. So there it is. Blue-green 32 is what I just used. And then I'm going to go in with 2 more lighter blue-green Copic colors and just really make the beam look mysterious and fun. And by the way, the coffee that I buy and use and drink and rely on to get my life together most mornings is teal. The bag is teal. So I figured that this really would work. Plus, when I Googled alien ship beam, it was like a blue-green teal color. So that worked. All right. I am going to use this glue from Trinity. I got it at Paper Ganza. So I figured why not use it? And I was ready to glue this down. And haha, here we go. Putting it on the project. And then I take it off. Per usual, I'm leaving in these oops mistakes, like my stamping error in the beginning, because 0 out of 0 people will be perfect card makers. And I just want to show that on the internet, because I feel like a lot of times people only show the perfect thing. So here's the second mistake of this card. But guess what? It's going to be fine. Oh, actually, there was another mistake when I was stamping out the beans, but I was chatting way too much that you probably didn't even notice. Okay, off it comes, haha, because aliens come at night, right? And they need stars because that's where their homes are in different faraway lands. So I'm going to go ahead and take this same paper over to my recycle bin, which is where I do all of my splattering. And I'm going to take this white acrylic paint that is from Hero Arts. I don't really spray it. I actually just take the cap off and tap with the wand. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back on to my paper, even though the paint is completely wet and ready for smudges. And somehow I thought that I would trust myself to not make smudges, and I didn't. But you know, if you made a smudge, it would be a shooting star. So happy accidents all around. So I'm just going to lightly press down on my stamped image for maybe a minute-ish. And then I'm just going to set it off to the side as I finish gluing together all of my layers. I do have my card base, a black piece of paper, a teal piece of paper, my stenciled coffee beans, the brown, and then the alien ship. So this is 5, 6, 7 layers if you count the stamp and the stamped sentiment. So lots of layers, but in the end, it's a very flat card, which I am a-okay with. By the way, keep your eyes on the pies. I thought was hilarious. Why? Why, you might be asking? Well, the phrase keep your eyes on the skies is a reference from the 1950s science fiction film, The Thing from Another World, which is super funny because it was basically a warning against alien threats, and this alien is stealing the pecan pie and the coffee. So I figured it would just go full circle. So there's that. I don't know. I have so much fun with card making, and I hope you do too. Anyway, I did just want to mention that right now there is a blog that features 4 of my cards, and I will link that down below. And you can have a chance to win a gift card to Trinity Stamps, and it's $100. So I just wanted to really mention this situation, and it is thanks to Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine. So I will link that blog down below. The details are all in the blog post of how to be entered for that, but I had to give you that opportunity because if you're my subscriber, I'm looking out for you and all the crafty deals and such. So there's that. And while you're checking out the new stuff from Trinity, be sure to check out the new embellishments. They have awesome embellishments, and I hope you like those 4 cards that are shown in the blog, as well as this one. So if you do want to shop anything from Trinity, I do always have my link down below. And at the very bottom of my description, I have all the companies that I am affiliated with. So if you're shopping and you use my links, I really do appreciate it. It does not cost anything extra for you. And it just tells the company, hey, Justine sent me here and I'm buying something. And I get a teeny tiny kickback. Like I said, it costs you nothing. So it's part of their the store's advertising and such budget goes into affiliate marketing. So it's not a pyramid scheme. It's not an MLM. This is totally different. So if you have any questions about that, let me know in the comments. I'd love to help you understand if this is kind of a weird new concept, relatively new. So there's that. All right, I could not resist adding glossy accents and wink of Stella to my project because the little alien needed a bubbled look to his ship, and we needed sparkles for our alien beam, don't we? I do. All right. Well, I hope that you have enjoyed this video today and you can do this Craft Roulette challenge this week. I dare you. I think you can do it. Thanks for watching, crafty friend. I really appreciate you taking your time to listen to me talk about pies, alien, and coffees card making today. We'll see you next time. Bye, crafty friend.